Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to Gashi's Kaman TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. When Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, when Kanzedena came out to complain about William Samoei Ruto administration, the way they had denied the office of the former president, the funds that were allocated to him, amounting to 1.1 billion. I told my friends that this is a problem. When William Samoei Ruto took the phone, called his former boss, and then we saw the office of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta sending some people to go to State House, I knew that William Samoei Ruto was getting to understand the gravity of the matter. I knew that this would be a catalyst. It was coming at a time when the electorate was very, very bitter with William Samoei Ruto. It was coming at a time when William Samoei Ruto was forcing Kenyans to pay taxes for everything. Taxes for goats, taxes for rabbits, taxes for everything. And already a rebellion was in the offing. This is one of the triggers that forced the Kenyan youth to come out in large numbers and reclaim their country. This was a catalyst. A catalyst is something that quickens the reaction. A chemical reaction can be quickened by a catalyst. For those of you who have studied chemistry, you can attest to that. So, how did this trigger the youth? Knowing or unknowingly, what the office of the former president did was the right thing, exposing William Samoei Ruto's government. Number one, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's office coming out, saying that his office had been denied funds and workers had gone even for some months without pay, and Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta was paying them from his pocket, portrayed William Samoei Ruto's administration as heartless, watu wasiojali, utawala usio na chochote, usiojali chochote, doesn't care, heartless, watu ambao wana mawe vifuani badala ya nyoyo. They have stones in their thorax, not hearts. That is the feeling that came out. That is the message. That is how William Samoei Ruto was portrayed by that discussion. And if you look at the office of the former first president, or not the first president, the former president, that is Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, they were so organized and they were so clear, and they said that they were not going to come again. So they left it to William Samoei Ruto to do whatever he wants. So they came out as people who were actually fed up. And what they did was what was in the minds of Kenyans. The second thing is that the youth now feels that they have to defend Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. You know, you cannot ignore the Kenyatta family, especially in Mount Kenya. You cannot ignore the Kenyatta family. Ignore them at your own peril. So, when people see, Kenyatta family has been helping so many people. Contrary to many people's expectation, they have a foundation, by the way, that educates so many people. These people have so many companies that employs hundreds and hundreds of Kenyans. So many. I don't need to mention the companies here. But there are some people in Mount Kenya who have a lot of attachment, not even in Kenya, by the way, in Africa and the world in general, who have a lot of attachment with Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta and the Kenyatta family. One, Herman Manyora, described Kenyatta as an institution, just like Raila Amolo Odinga. There are some institutions that you don't joke with. So people came out maybe to defend the president because already he was being mistreated. Something else is that William Samoei Ruto administration, if you read what people said after that expose, William Samoei Ruto administration was portrayed as thieves, people who are stealing money for the former head of state. Because people were asking, where is the money? In fact, if you read the dailies the following day, they were asking, where is Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's money? The money that had been budgeted for, lakini sasa pesa hazikuwa zinajulikana zilitumika wapi. So, the fact that you are telling us that now we can steal, because actually, they had gone too far, but they did not care. In their effort to mistreat the former head of state, they burnt their fingers. People felt, and I think the youth felt that, Uhuru was being punished. Uhuru was being punished from all angles. The issue of offices, the issue of vehicles, the issue of fueling cards, all these things motivated the youth. All these things angered many Kenyans, not even the youth. Even me, I was very much annoyed. Mgala muue na haki umpe. Justice should be assured and fair. Even if there were differences between the former president and the current president, this should not be played in the public gallery. This should not affect the way the two offices run. So this one accelerated the anger. It accelerated the anger. And before William Samoei Ruto knew what was happening, the youth were up in arms. The country was burning. Parliament was down. The streets of Nairobi were littered with stones, tear gas, water canisters, name it. So this one, normally people will actually sympathize with the underdog. People will always associate with the underdog. And here, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta was coming out as the underdog because the president who was in office seemed to not care about his former boss. And again, even the response by William Samoei Ruto, especially those people close to him, Akina Ishongwa, Akina Sudi, Akina Nani, you know what they said? They came out in a very abrasive way, telling Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, you have a lot of money, you stashed money you abroad, no, what? There's nothing wrong with Kenyatta's family suffering. That is what they were telling Kenyans. They were very abrasive. UDA have been harbored now. So that response also triggered everything. They treated Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta with contempt, full of themselves, full of pride, without caring about the kind of language they were using. And even before that, I'm just trying to show, because I will give a number of things that triggered the Gen Z to react, that triggered a revolution. And I can tell you, it is not over unless things change. Because when I'm listening to the youth, but they have only one message, that Ruto must go. kimekuwa ni kibwagizo popote pale, even social media, even people wakati ambapo wanazungumza, that is what they believe, that Ruto must go. Again, William Samoei Ruto looked like he was mistreating the former First Lady, Mama Ngina Kenyatta, a lady who is old enough. And you see, Mama Ngina is like the mother to the president. So, what picture do you portray when you appear to be mistreating your own mother? In the African traditions, our parents are held in high regards. In fact, in our olden days, your neighbor who happened to be a mother to maybe one of your friends could even beat you, could even punish you. So when William Samoei Ruto came out like he was punishing Mama Ngina, Kenyans was not happy. He was triggering this reaction. It was bound to happen. Again, when the DCI raided, is it Uhuru Kenyatta, the son of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's home in Karen, that there were guns there, what. People started sympathizing. Anger. Instead of William Samoei Ruto attacking or confronting corrupt guys, he was attacking a harmless youth, a Gen Z who was just there. Because you see, Moho is just like these people. He's among, I'm not sure whether he's from millennia or Gen Z, but he's one of their own. How do you attack a youth who is held in high regards, alafu unafikiria watu watafanya nini? Not forgetting the issue of the northern land. I said and I gave a critical analysis about those goons who attacked Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta Northern Farm in Ruto. And I said, and I still say this, it is wrong. And those people who did that have never been arrested. The policemen were watching as the farm was burning. The policemen were watching as the goons were stealing and slaughtering sheep, loading them at the boot of their cars, watching over them. I said, this is wrong. This should not be allowed in a country like Kenya. Kenya is not a banana republic. I said there'll be trouble here. So that anger, that William Samoei Ruto administration can watch as thugs takes over the country. Look, now he's complaining about the goons now. Who knows whether the goons who are destroying property in Nairobi, who are stealing from other people's businesses, who are raiding supermarkets, were the same goons who raided Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's Northern Farm. So from all angles, William Samoei Ruto triggered this. Waswahili wasema ya kwamba ukupigao ndio ukufunzao. Sijui kama William Samoei Ruto kuna jambo ambalo amesoma. Sijui kutokana na haya yote. From where I sit, there are so many things that triggered this Gen Z revolution. And I'm saying, if the government is not going to change, the next phase will be disastrous. The next phase will look like the first one was a Christmas holiday in Nairobi. Guys, I want to end this video here. I request you one thing. Again, like this video, share, comment, and maybe let me know where you are. What do you think? Which other factors triggered this? Do you think it is over? Have a blessed evening. Bye bye.